Hey guys, and welcome back. So today there is a training video, but first I wanted to cover something that's happened quite recently. So 2 weeks ago, pretty much, I asked Amy to marry me and she said yes, which is obviously amazing. We're both very, very happy about it. And people have been so nice to us. I kind of didn't expect to get such a good reaction, and people have just been really, really kind, which is awesome. So she's not with me doing this video because she doesn't really want anything to do with social media anymore. So she's not here doing this video with me, if you're wondering, because she doesn't want to do social media anymore. She's taking like a break from it, paused her Instagram and just doesn't want to be any more of the YouTube stuff, just for her own reasons. But I still thought I'd cover it myself a little bit. It's kind of important to me, how I did it, where I did it, all that sort of stuff. So basically, I've known that I wanted to propose to Amy for like, I'd say a year, honestly. It's been a year. And it's just one of these things where you just suddenly just sort of know. It's kind of hard to explain, but when they're the right person for you, you really feel it. And like in my first relationship, it was like 3 years long. And I never at any point got that urge or that feeling. But with Amy, after about 18 months together, no less than that even, after a year together, I really started to. And ever since then, it's just sort of loads of bad, annoying stuff's happened, like coronavirus and all that, slowing everything down, which is why it's taken me until now to do it, because I wanted to do it properly. I wanted to get a nice ring. I wanted to talk to both her dads, because she's got a dad and a stepdad. Do it all properly, go somewhere nice. So I got the ring in August, no pictures or anything, and I was trying to figure out when to do it, maybe get a nice dinner planned or something like that. But perfectly, Amy had already decided that she'd booked a holiday for us. We were going to the Isle of Wight, which is where my sisters live, for the last weekend of September, so that was like perfect. Really nice beaches and stuff around there, great place to do it. So that was my plan, which she'd done for me. It's like, that's how amazing she is. She didn't even realise. So yeah, we drove down to the Isle of Wight on a Thursday, got the ferry across, and pretty much as soon as we got there, I kind of wanted to just do it. I just wanted to start the weekend off right. And if she said no, I could just get the boat back home and fuck off. So yeah, we drove to the nearest beach. Luckily, because it was Thursday, it was quite quiet. We walked along it for quite a way. Beach is called Ryde. It's not the prettiest beach. I could have done it somewhere much nicer on the island, and the other days were far sunnier, but I just didn't want to wait any longer. So yeah, we did this little walk, got to the end in this little peninsula bit, and she was like, oh, the car park tickets almost ran out, we've got to go back. I was like, fuck. So I just made her stop, stand still, wait for a second. She thought I was out of breath or something. These bloody people kept going past. I had to wait for like a gap where there was no one around, so I wanted to do it in private. Then I asked, and yeah, she was very, very happy about it. Obviously did the whole go down on one knee thing, all that. Yeah, it was really nice. Unfortunately, the ring was too fucking small. So once I'd given it to her, she tried to put it on and didn't fit. We sort of raced back to the car, drove to the nearest H. Samuel, which is where I got it from, on the island, got it remeasured, adjusted, and the adjustment got sent back to where we live in Southend. And then the rest of the weekend we got absolutely beautiful weather, couldn't have asked for better. I got sunburn bloody in the end of September on my chest, walking down this nice beach. It was quite windy, so I didn't really feel the slight amount of heat, and it just burned me. I can't believe I got burned in September. But anyway, we saw my sisters who lived there. One of them owns a field, and Amy hasn't met that sister before, so we went and saw her and her kids, and her 3 dogs and 2 cats. Really lovely cottage that they've built themselves from scratch. They're very handsy people, my sister and her husband. So saw family, got to see a lot of nice beaches and things that Amy's never been down to Isle of Wight before. And if you haven't, really pretty place. Loads of really nice things to see there, and nice walks to go on if that's your sort of thing. Not so great if you want to do partying or drinking. It's definitely not a place for that. It's more of like a retirement island where all the old people go to die. But it is quiet and peaceful because of that. But yeah, overall it was an amazing weekend. Cannot ask for more. And we're both now already started wedding planning. Well, she's mostly started wedding planning, and we're already checking out a venue soon. So it won't be for a while though, because Corona, I imagine, is still going to cause lots of problems next year for weddings and the amount of people you can have. So we're looking at like 2022 sometime in May. So got all that fun to look forward to. The cost of probably like an £8,000 to £10,000 for about £5,000 to £10,000 for a wedding, depending on how lavish you want to go, and that is seriously how much they fucking cost. It's mad. But yeah, we're both very happy, and you know, just have no doubts at all about each other, and that's I think a very important thing. If you have or feel any doubts, then I don't know what you should do, but I don't at all. So it's just one of those things where I can just be like 100% confident that I know I'm very happy to spend the rest of my life with her. And it's one of these things where normally the honeymoon period wears off in relationships after 6 months. As just hasn't really. If anything, things have just got better as time's gone on. Despite all the crap through Corona, that actually brought us a lot closer together. You know, dealing with, you know, struggling with finances, but also just being together the entire time, and you know, getting through it as a team. It was actually really nice just to get to spend so much time with each other. 5 months pretty much in a 1-bed flat together, barely going out because we couldn't. Now things are back to normal and she's actually working in the office. She misses being at home with me all day, so yeah, it's nice. And I kind of wanted to make a good memory for 2020 rather than just shit ones with all this disaster that's happened. So I wanted to end on a high. We've still got a couple months left. So before I keep rambling on about lovey-dovey stuff, let's get some training in, where I hit a PR on bench press and lots of other good stuff. So let's just jump into it. Okay, so today's chest session was to try and hit a really heavy set of bench press for AMRAP, and then work our way back down and do a bunch of other accessory work. The main reason we're doing flat bench today, and I don't normally, but it's because I was training with my friend Reese, and he wanted to test his 1 rep max because he's bulking as well. His strength's been going up a lot, and today he wanted to go under a weight that he's never even attempted to press before. So we started off with just bench, nice warm-ups. We have different warm-up styles and techniques, and it's interesting to watch back and see the differences. So I like to, when I'm warming up for bench, do the slow tempo down and really explosive up. Especially if I'm doing like a 1 rep max test or a really heavy weight, that explosive power really comes into play on the heavier sets. So if you're doing it all the sets, your body's sort of ready for it. So you see slow tempo down and fast up, but like as fast as I can drive up. Really working on that drive. I'm trying to use my leg drive as well, using my back to move that weight. My bench technique has gotten so much better since training with a few different people who understand powerlifting. My strength's gone up a lot. Just for example, I used to hold the bar way too narrow, and now so I moved my grip out further. My strength went up massively. Pain in my shoulder going heavy went away. Unfortunately, I get a bit of elbow tendonitis sometimes from benching heavier as well, which is a reason I leave it alone and stick to the heavy dumbbells, which for some reason don't give me any elbow pain whatsoever. So anyway, yeah, 3 reps on that set just to not burn out too much for my heavy max set. Reese just went for a single to burn out, well, not burn out before his heavy 1 rep max as well, which is now. So some people may say that it's not a full rep, but I think it's pretty fucking damn close. Like, he was maybe ½ an inch from the bar touching his chest there. So yeah, in powerlifting terms, that might not have counted, but I think that was a good rep, and I didn't take any weight off the bar. Considering I've never done that weight before, you know, it's good stuff. Then I also hit a PR. So my previous was 150 for 5, and I managed 150 for 6 today, which is good considering I've been doing no actual strength training, or like I've not been doing anything to specifically build up my chest strength. I've just been training it more frequently than I normally have been, and I guess I've been going a little bit heavier, but I've not been doing any sort of strength focused training, and everything's just growing really fast and the strength is going up. Despite not being on trend, the strength's going up. I mean, I know I'm on a cycle still, but trend just gives you so much strength, it's crazy, and it's maintained and improved from there despite not using it, which is great. So yeah, after the heavy set, we went down a little bit, so 120, and I did a nice rep out, you know, just get some pump on. So this was 120 kilos, and I think I did 14 reps, which is not half bad considering remembering back in the day I'd be happy to get 5 reps out of 100 when I was all natty. Yeah, good things. So yeah, definitely progressing on chest. I mean, I always do. It's really one of the body parts I improve very quickly. And the last couple of weeks, since my training has gotten more hardcore, it's blown up a lot. You'll see it when we start doing see these clips here. So second exercise, this is one I normally like to do first, but today we burnt out on the heavy bench first and went to the incline second, is the incline dumbbell superset with flies. So you start off with the press, and I like to go for quite a steep incline to really hit the upper pecs hard. I think some of the lesser inclines, you just don't really get that contraction in them. And I like to do the slow tempo reps, squeeze, and then you'll see. So getting the fly straight afterwards. I do half the weight of the dumbbells I was pressing, but you can do less or more than that. It kind of depends on your strengths. So it's just a great way to really rip up the upper chest. And for those of you who struggle to build that upper pec, start off with this in your workouts. Do incline first, do this superset at the start of your workout, and you're already going to have pre-exhausted the upper pec muscle, so that if you went on to say do flat bench after, you're still going to be utilizing the upper chest and it's been tired out a little bit already, so you're just going to get that much more out of it. Pre-exhausting is a great way to improve weak areas, and I've been implementing a ton of that in my workouts for my triceps, for my calves, and for my forearms, and it works, it really works. So here you go, you can see my chest thickness is really just popping out there. It's gained tons in the last couple of weeks. I lost a lot during lockdown because I was literally doing no press, no chest training. Even when I went back to the gym when they opened, I barely did any chest. I sort of wanted everything else to catch up a bit first, and now I've started hitting it again, and it's just already dominatingly overtaking, so I might have to have a break on it again. And it's partly my genetics, but it's also just I know how to contract my chest fibers. I think the thing with people in chest a lot of the time is their shoulders and their triceps take over from the chest movement, so that their pecs aren't actually getting engaged in much. So I like to go for the full stretch and squeeze. You can see here at the bottom, I'm holding at the bottom for a second, letting that stretch the chest out, squeezing at the top, really just trying to get the most out of every single rep on chest, and actually isolating it is the key to making it progress. Not just going really heavy, although that helps. You got to really try and isolate all the different heads of the chest as well, and hit all the muscles in different angles. So after chest we went onto the triceps. I've got loads of different variations of tricep workouts now. Loving barbell skull crushers or easy curl ones, whichever you want to do. I found the easy curl ones are actually really nice on my elbows. Before this set I did one with the straight bar, and yeah, my elbow was really starting to feel the brunt of it after the heavy bench. As soon as I switched to easy curl, nothing, no pain at all, it was amazing. So yeah, my skull crushers, I could probably do a bit better form on these, but at the end of the day, I feel it a lot in my long head tricep when I'm training it. As you can see, no definition at the moment, I'm just a watery mess. That will get tidied up as things go on. I basically started adding in a little bit of cardio, so 20 minutes of Stairmaster after each workout, which you may be like, on a bulk, what's the point? Well, what I'm doing is, because I've just not been disciplined enough to keep my calories low at the moment, instead I've upped my cardio, or not upped my activity in general. So my workouts have been much more intense, my training's been much more intense, longer sessions, plus I'm adding the cardio at the end, which is actually just helping me grow more. So rather than cutting back the calories, I've just kept them about the same. I'm just doing more training, more exercise, and it's helping me actually strip off some fat that I put on unnecessarily, and it's giving me, well, I'm still growing, I'm still growing nicely, because I'm actually, it's just about timing of carbohydrates is another thing, but I'll go into that another time. So yeah, triceps, what used to be one of my weak points, now actually has some roundness to it, thank God. Especially when it's bent, you can really see how much has improved. You've actually got that sweep on it now, whereas before I really had nothing to my a year ago my triceps were way weaker. I've been doing a lot of arm work, a lot of arm focus. I've probably been doing arms for 1 hour 3 times a week, and that's yielding good results, and I'm either doing it at the end of other workouts or just as a standalone, or for example I will do an hour of arms and then go home and then come back and train legs in the evening. That all works. With arms, it's just about frequency and actually making sure you contract the muscles, and you're not just using way too much weight. Arms, you don't need a lot of weight. It's about the contraction, it's about the squeeze, it's about just getting every muscle fibre firing and getting as much blood into the muscles as possible. So having some carbs before your workout, gonna get you that extra pump on your arms and help you rip out the fibres more. It's just how it works. So yeah, then we did a bunch of bicep stuff, but I only recorded one. So we did this is the way I love to start biceps at the moment is regular curls to failure or pretty much near to failure, drop set and do squeeze reps. So I can't remember if Reese did or not, but yeah, it's just nice curling. We have different curling technique. So he's curling inwards to hit a different head of the bicep. I curl to the outside. Just little things like that will affect how your arms and that get developed. So after we did this 4 sets of this superset to warm up, really gets the blood flowing in the biceps. Then if you do lion curls, it stretches the bicep out, and with the blood full of it, it just helps tear it down even more. So I do lion curls with a 3-second negative each rep after this, and then after that we do my good old favourite of crossbody hammer curls, superset of plate curls to finish. So everything except the middle exercise has been superset. And with my workouts, I've been going for intensity, combining different exercises together back to back, really just trying to work out really hard. So my sessions aren't always mega long, but they're intense, and the rest between sets I sometimes make shorter for arms, like 30 seconds, sometimes even 15 seconds if you really want to be mad, and that's just how you get some intense pumps going and tear down the muscle fibers. And I'm confident my arms and shoulders have improved, like especially proportionally, a lot compared to last year. So although last year I probably was holding more mass than this, I reckon, at this point of the year, I definitely was not as balanced a physique. So definitely improvements despite having 5 months off of training pretty much. And yeah, here you go. So there's those reps to pump out at the end to finish. Great arm workout and chest workout I had there. I am bloody sore from it today, but I hope you're enjoying this bulk series. Got loads more stuff to come. I'll be bulking for another 3 months until January. I will be getting a prep coach in January to prep for around April, May time. I'll probably enter a couple of shows. I may go with my old coach because he was really good and he gets a lot of people ready for shows really well, and it's his full-time job now. Or I don't know if I go for a more well-known coach. But the thing is, I think with those, if they've got too many clients, how much attention can they actually give you? As a coach myself, I know the more people you get, it's much harder to divide your time equally amongst all those people, and sometimes you're just going to get a lacking service if they've taken on way too many. So we'll have to see what happens when we come to January, but the next 3 months is really just about improving on my weak areas. Yes, I am training legs, but I won't be posting any videos on them for a while, partly because nobody seems to be interested in leg training, and secondly, they're embarrassing. They're not embarrassing, but I really want to build them up a lot so that when I post my next leg workout, people are like, fuck, I've actually made some big improvements. Rather than just do it gradually, I want it to be more of a shock. But yeah, hope you're enjoying everything. Hope you guys are happy. I very much am, for obvious reasons, and I'll catch you guys for the next video.